All right, guys, welcome back to episode 17, right?
Episode 17.
Episode 17 of the
correct.
Recap Room. Today we're kind of going to
Once
dive
siete?
in. Yeah.
Is that 17 in Spanish?
Uno, dos, tres,
I
cuatro,
took
cinco,
one-
seis,
I
siete.
can't.
That's
Once siete.
yeah, but that's 7. We're not 17.
Yeah, that's why you put the once so that it's
No.
17.
I don't know.
There is no way that that's correct.
I swear.
17 is not once siete.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's not that.
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment right
Once
now.
siete.
All right. We'll keep that in and we'll see what everybody says.
I think people
I
are going
didn't
to
do well in Spanish class. So
well, that's the difference. I know I was not good in Spanish, so I'm not even going to attempt.
Bro, I took Spanish.
Gordy
like-
says it's so confident. He's like, oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's what it is.
I was, hola, me llamo Felipe.
Do you know what my
Felipe?
name was?
What?
Margarita.
Yeah, it's like,
My name was...
And then my teacher had to pull me aside after we made our names, and she was like, "Did you know that Margarita is actually a name and not the drink?" And I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am."
And that's how we knew Sasha was going to have a crippling alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Kidding.
That's a
yeah,
joke.
show us your 6-month chip.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
kidding.
But yes, episode 17.
Today we're kind of going to dive in a little bit on current events, kind of what's just going on, see kind of what the real estate market is going to turn into, what we kind of are predicting. But also, most importantly, have to start with the most important current events.
Oh, no. See, this is the difference. My most important current events are what's the federal funds rate, what's going on in the markets, how's that going to affect the real estate market. Pass over to Sasha.
What are her current events?
Hers is going to be did you think that...
Oh my God, love the
Bachelorette finale last night was insane.
Stupid,
This is probably
boring.
going to air later than this, but I just watched the Bachelorette finale last night. Mind blown.
How
You know
cra-
how the host is always never seen before, and it's always all right, we've seen this before. Last night was really all right.
You've never seen it before? How crazy was it?
It was crazy.
How crazy?
Insane.
Please put all those people in jail.
That's what you should do.
I would rather
if you...
that would be better. Bachelorette in jail, where it's just
Yeah.
they have to start it's 60 days in.
Yeah.
But it's Bachelorette 60 days in.
Prison Mike.
They're make prison Mike.
What
They're
is
creating
wrong with you?
shanks. They're keystering.
Yeah, that's way better. That's way better TV. That's where they belong. Those uncivilized folk.
You know what? I'm going to submit your application right now.
Please
to the
do not.
Bachelorette.
Please. Well, one, I wouldn't get on it. I don't think they would air.
Wait, I have bigger news to actually bring up.
What?
Love is actually dead.
Why? What happened?
Ben Affleck and J Lo are divorced.
Are they?
Yeah.
We knew that was going to happen right
No,
when
we
they got
didn't.
married.
I was believing
Yeah, because
100%.
they've broken up once.
You know who might also be Love is actually dead? Be on the lookout. Taylor and Travis. I've heard Trouble in Paradise.
You think so? You think there's Splitsville?
If he doesn't win a Super Bowl, I think it's over.
Are you
She's-
serious?
There's no way. I think it's
She's
true.
so much more famous than him.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
It's not even close.
You know that the last time I said that, you guys were like, "What? No.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't think I would
I
have
think
said
she's
that.
so much more famous to the people. Close your ears if you get offended by this, but to the people who just are dumb.
You think Taylor Swift fans are dumb?
Yeah.
I don't think they're dumb.
that
They,
was
they
insane.
trade friendship bracelets at concerts. They're
Okay,
screaming.
you wear other men's names on
I
your
never do.
shirt.
I never, unless
To
it's
a
Devin Hester.
sports game. You watch them throw a ball. Just think about it. It's stupid.
You watch her stand on stage just singing the same song over and over in other
They're
variations.
doing the same plays every day.
This is why I don't get involved in this type of drama.
You understand? This is a
I
sport
like to-
where you're
I like to
hating
make
each other.
pe- I like
you're
to
going
make
to war.
peace.
You're going to war every Sunday. You're going to war.
Listen, whether you are a fan of football or Taylor Swift or both,
I don't hate Taylor Swift.
my client list is always open for
don't
you
hate
if you're looking to
football.
buy, sell around
Yes,
the
you do.
Chicagoland area.
I don't hate football.
I don't hate. We did an NFL schedule. Clearly hates the Bears.
I don't hate the Bears. I just would love if they could win a little bit. I don't really I won't. I just want to go to a game where it's I know this is probably I can't really judge because obviously I can't even throw a football, but
Yeah, you can.
I can throw it. I
Yeah,
can do a little
not very
spiral
well,
action.
but-
Anyway,
Anybody can throw it. It's just
not
how
well. But it's so much more fun going to games when your team wins.
I've been in games where they win. It is fun. I've been
Yeah,
in games where they
when?
lose, and I
When?
still have fun.
Yeah.
No, it's never fun. When I go to Cubs games and they're winning, it's the energy is just so fun.
Palpable.
Yeah, and then when you go to games where they're losing, it's all right, I'll just leave in the fourth inning.
Yeah, it probably won't be fun this year if I paint my nails and they lose by 30. That would suck.
You know that I have a photo of you on my phone with your nails painted as a kid?
Of course.
Yeah,
We
saved
we're
all,
not gonna say who has that photo too.
yeah, that's my blackmail on Gordy.
Yeah,
But
well,
he
now I
said he's
have
going
it
to do
too.
it anyways with Caleb Williams. Do you think that if the Bears, like,
Super Bowl.
no, in general, like when
Hall of Fame people.
when sports teams do well in a specific city, do you think that drives people to like move to that city? Like, do you think that plays any sort of a role? Because I actually
Probably
think
a little
it
bit.
probably does
Yeah.
for certain people. Like, if there's a sports team that's like doing, or like a stadium moves to a cool area.
I was gonna say stadium more
like
so.
Vegas,
Yeah.
like when they started putting sports teams in Vegas.
That helped a lot with the
I
real
think
estate there.
I think that probably drove. I'm not saying somebody's like, oh my gosh, now I had no plans to move to Vegas, but now I'm gonna move. But like, it's an extra thing to do, right?
It's
it's an
definitely-
event
Yeah.
that you can go to on a Friday night, watch the Golden Knights play, or I don't know. What do you think about that?
I do think that because like I'm just thinking about it in retrospect, like here. So like when they had the little like, oh, the Bears Stadium might move to Arlington Heights, I was like, oh my gosh, my parents shouldn't have sold their house.
Yeah.
Because people are definitely going to want to move out there.
Right.
Had that happened.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I totally think so.
I think it
I
definitely.
think.
has an
Look at
impact.
prime example is when they rebuilt Wrigleyville into what it is now. I think a lot of people either want to rent there or want to buy there to either live or rent out because they're just like, this is such a vibrant area that's valuable, and people are going to go to Cubs games no matter what.
It's not. Yeah, it's maybe not so much about the team, but it's about
The environment. Yeah.
around the team.
It is the
100%.
environment.
Because even when the
around.
Cubs suck, people
Because the
still
Sox
go.
Stadium, I feel like that's not the same.
No,
Oh,
it's
Because there's
No.
not much around.
Yeah, it's not
The
built up
Cubs
at
have like
all.
a little town. Like they got
Right.
like all the bars that are associated with
Called
it.
Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah.
Soxville.
Yeah, no.
Soxville.
Exactly.
And
Well, the White Sox, are historically like the worst team I've ever seen.
yeah, and on top of it,
Horrible.
they're horrible.
You don't understand, like they're
The
having.
last time I saw the Sox play, they beat the Cubs.
Yeah, but you don't understand the season they're
they
having right
better?
now.
No,
No,
this
no,
year
this
the Cubs
is like-
might make the playoffs this year, right?
Cubs are like fighting for a wild
But
card.
the Sox.
The Sox
I mean,
are literally. They have done stuff that's never been done before, like
In a
the
bad
history,
way.
in like the worst way. Like they are the worst team of all time.
So,
Well,
but I think that is
crazy.
an interesting thing. I think that it
Well,
actually
yeah.
does
Look,
have an
the
impact
Atlanta
on it.
Braves, the baseball team, they were in downtown Atlanta.
Thank you for clarifying to
Baseball.
Sasha.
They had a
you.
stadium in downtown Atlanta, and they moved out to a suburb, and that suburb has. It's become insane. Like they built a little, not like it's a mini Wrigleyville, but a lot of people will go to those games because
Right.
it's easier. They'll move down there. It's just nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely boosts real estate. That's obvious, but
Yeah.
like it really does.
It makes it. It has
It's not
an-
the stadium; it is the environment.
It
Like
has
if
an
you build
impact.
restaurants, bars,
That's
all
why
that
I
around there.
think, well, like nobody moves towards Soldier Field because there's nothing.
because of Soldier Field. Not
It's-
really.
no,
I don't
no.
know any. Because there's nothing.
But like if the
Yeah.
White Sox, let's say they move to South Loop, I think South Loop would be like going
but the
crazy.
Soldier Field is
think?
pretty much South Loop.
Yeah, but
Kind-
it's
it's different
It's
though.
because it's
right
on
on-
the lake.
it's
It's right
on
on
the
the
lake,
water.
and it's
Like,
like
I'm
hard
talking
to
about
get
like
to.
in South Loop. Like
But like, where would they?
I forgot where
There's a big
exactly.
piece
There
of
is
land.
a
I know what you're
huge
talking
piece
about.
of land. Like if they put a stadium there, and I know it's the White Sox, but they built anything around it, no matter what the team is, people will go to games because
I agree.
They're gonna find ways.
If it's
to be
more
there
accessible,
before and
the
after.
Sox Stadium is like not accessible.
Right.
Same
It's
with the Bears
hard.
Stadium. You can't. There's no parking there.
I hate going to Soldier Field.
You go to a Soldier Field, not even for a Bears game, but for like a concert. It's
Yeah, it's
brutal.
brutal.
Tough
to
to
get.
get to. Tough
It's
to get
so
to.
brutal.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you have to think about. Like if you're, if you want to put a stadium somewhere and you want to boost the value of that whole area, you got to make sure it's easy access for people to get in and
Yeah,
out of.
Cub Stadium is like the best. I feel
So
like.
easy to get. in
Oh,
out
and
of.
it's great for Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's great.
Even the
And I-
United Center is pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, for what it is, I
Like,
think
Yeah.
there's
it's
still
so
some.
much closer to me than I thought it was.
Oh, for
Oh,
you,
yeah.
it's close.
I just moved
Yeah.
over there,
You could
kind of, but I did not
you're
realize
pretty
how
close.
close.
You could walk.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't maybe
Go to
recommend
some-
it, but like, you
Dude,
know.
go to some Hawks games.
Well, I
That would be
walked
fun.
from Union Park. It's like right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Literally right there.
It's right there. Yeah.
It was like a 20-minute walk.
Yeah. It is interesting the dynamics that play into that. Like there's so much funding that goes into the.
But the new thing,
well, it makes the franchises more valuable too.
100%. But now the new thing is
It
building
works.
around the stadiums, and like they're trying to build around the United Center with that new project. I don't know the details of it, but they're trying to do like a Wrigley
Project 2025. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Whenever they bring it up in the debates, I'm like, is that what they're talking about?
It's a new state. It's a new
they're-
project around.
they're playing the
UC.
play.
Oh
It's
my
a new
gosh.
project around the
That's
UC.
funny.
I think it works in every aspect. Like
100%.
like
Even
the
when you're
Bear,
losing.
like the Bear TV show. Like
Yeah.
now I see a line out the door of Mr. Beef.
That
every
last
single
season
day.
sucked.
Like that's what I mean. Like they wouldn't. I don't think people would go there like consistently
No.
like that had that show not been there.
Yeah.
So like just
Same with that
same
other
thing.
show.
A stadium coming to one place, everyone's gonna go.
I think that's a very fair
What show?
assessment.
The other one he was in.
Shameless.
Shameless,
Nobody's
the house.
moving over there though.
But people go to take pictures
People
by
do
that
go
house.
to take pictures. I've
Like a
seen so
lot of
many
people go
There's
there.
a guy that lives there.
Actually?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He lives in the Shameless house?
Yes, it's a normal house. They filmed
At a different...
mostly
At a
Yes.
different
on a
location.
set.
Yeah.
How much would that wouldn't that suck to like live in the Shameless house? Like there's people constantly driving by and just being like,
Yeah, but you're getting paid to like.
He's definitely getting paid.
He's getting
gotta,
paid something.
you
He
think?
probably was paid when they were using the house.
Yeah, I don't think he cares that much.
It's over now.
Probably likes the
What if he
company.
like takes pictures with everybody?
He does sometimes.
He
I've
goes
heard.
out and takes pictures
He's
with
like, yeah.
people? I own it.
This is
own
what I
this.
heard a couple years ago, so I don't know about it right now. But
You're like, Jeremy Allen looks way different for some reason. Isn't that who was in it? Jeremy Allen?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
And
Wait, so Jeremy Allen was
is in two
two
Chicago-based
Chicago.
shows.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he
He's a
is.
Chicago guy.
And he's just like, so I saw him one day. It was so cool.
Oh yeah, I've heard all about this
Yeah,
guy.
this was the craziest interaction of my life. I also like didn't think I would get starstruck, but I totally did. So I was literally just walking on the sidewalk alone. It was like a Tuesday in the middle of the day, so there was like nobody
Yeah.
outside. He was just walking alone. So it literally looked like his character, smoking a cigarette, just like really normal person.
Maybe he's
But
method
it's
acting.
crazy that he's
Probably is.
just walking. It kind of blows my mind that he's just like walking around getting his own groceries.
Well,
Because he's in like
These are
two-
humans. We're talking about
I
humans
know,
here.
But listen, he's in two Chicago-based TV shows. Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah, but,
so
like,
you
they're
have to
humans.
know that he's walking. He knows people are gonna stop him.
I've seen. I mean, but this is the same thing where like you
I
get
literally-
starstruck and then when you meet your celebrities, you're just like, wait,
No,
they're
no.
just humans.
No, we made eye contact. We were walking, and I would literally was like my
Your
jaw
jaw
dropped,
dropped?
and I actually like he knew I knew.
What did he go? He goes,
And he like kind of like giggled a little, but kept going. He had headphones in, and I was like, I couldn't form words. So I got back in my car, like freaked out. I was gonna walk into the grocery store. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. I can't walk behind him. Like freaked out. And then I went into the grocery store.
This I don't
And
really.
then I saw him, but so many people were asking for his photo. I felt bad, and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And what did he say? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he would just be like,
Let me take my
The one AirPod.
Let me take my AirPod and cigarette out.
But like
Yeah.
a lot of these celebrities and athletes do live like around Chicago or the Chicagoland area. Like in Hard Knocks, the first round pick Romo Dunze, I probably said his name wrong. He was
Romo
at
Dun-
Woodman's.
yeah, yeah.
By,
I know. I saw that.
like
in
he was
Hard
literally
Knocks.
at Woodman's
in
like
Buffalo
Buffalo
Grove.
Grove.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Like
Cascade was walking around the city too.
Who's Cascade?
DJ. He's from like Northbrook.
okay, I thought Cascade was something completely
Coming soon to a bar mitzvah near you.
No,
Literally.
he's a lot bigger
Literally.
than that.
Oh, sorry, Cascade. I apologize. I didn't
He's
know
a
you were
big
too. I didn't know
DJ.
you were too good to play bar and bar mitzvahs.
He's way too good.
Yeah.
That's no such thing.
Yeah.
Never get too big, and too
Yeah, I know, but you don't see John Summit playing bar
Why
mitzvahs.
not? He should. It's a great circuit. to
I
be
bet
involved
you
in.
if John Summit was offered
I've seen Lil.
a
I've
set amount of money, he would do a bar
I've
mitzvah.
seen like rappers go and play a bar and bar mitzvahs. Like the
Yeah,
dad.
how much are they getting paid?
A lot, but like the dad of the kids, like some big attorney. and
Yeah,
he's
he's
Yeah,
an attorney.
yeah.
He's
My
an
kid
attorney.
loves you, Lil Pump. Come play at my kid's bar mitzvah.
Lil Pump, man.
She's just a bunch
So
of
crazy.
13-year-old kids just
They love it.
going crazy with
Oh
their
my
glow
gosh.
sticks.
Next order of business.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Me Lies on Hulu season 2 comes
Okay.
out today, September 4th.
Time out.
I don't know
Let's
what
not
this
start
show is
saying
about.
next order of business and then
Yeah.
transition to Tell Me Lies.
Tell me lies. I said that the only thing
Tell
that
Me
I,
Lies is in Fleetwood Mac.
the only thing that I think of when I hear that is
Yeah.
Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, well, you have to watch the show. It's
What's
a
it-
great show.
I can't watch that stuff.
Why can't you watch that stuff?
Because I don't even I don't know what it's about.
Never
and
get
I
too good for-
and I already know it's gonna be something that I'm just gonna
They're
like.
just
It's gonna
telling
be
lies
just like.
to each other. That's all it is.
It's about a very toxic relationship.
So why would you want to
Boring.
watch that?
It's so interesting.
It's
To
not.
watch.
And I'm like,
toxic
why do I
people.
kind of like?
It's like a car wreck.
You think that's interesting? You ever watch Shark Week?
It's like
that's
Oh,
interesting.
I love Shark Week.
Shark Week's already happened though, right?
Yeah,
it's
it
in like
did.
Yeah, it did.
August. Rats, I missed it. Next year.
I love Shark
That's like
Week.
the Step Brothers clip. Why are you sweating? Just watching Shark Week. Shark Week's not until Tuesday or 6. It's not until 6.
Yeah, there are some shows that I do understand though that are like it's like a car wreck. Like you don't want to look, but you can't not.
Yeah, I had to look at this show.
And this show, and then it's worse with the show because not only are you looking, your like eyes are glued.
Yeah.
You're like getting hypnotized.
I watched the whole season, I think, in like a couple days.
Not good.
There's only like 10 episodes.
Only 10 episodes in 2 days?
That's a lot.
In a couple days.
How many? How long is each episode?
10 episodes in a couple
Wait,
days.
how long is each episode?
Couple is 2.
Yeah, wait. How long
Is
is
a
each
couple
episode?
not 2? When did a couple?
A few days.
Wait.
Oh, so now your story's changing.
Yeah, hold on. How long is each episode though?
30, 40 minutes, 40 minutes.
That's 10 episodes of 40 minutes. That's a lot.
You watch your Hard Knocks and
That's
crap all
one
day.
episode a week.
Yeah.
And it's 5 episodes.
Uh-huh.
So I watch it once a week
Once
for an
a week
hour.
for an hour.
Anyway, they're just haters.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we
You
are.
guys ever, you know what I was thinking about? This is weird. I think it's a seasonal thing. Do you ever get like the Adam Sandler kick where you gotta watch like a lot of his movies?
I love Adam
Like
Sandler.
you like, oh, I'm gonna watch like Billy Madison. I'm gonna watch,
I feel like it's a fall
Happy
vibe.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is probably my favorite.
Then like
Grown
there's
They're making a Happy Gilmore too.
yeah,
It's
Grown Ups. Like I
fucking
like.
terrible.
I swear, I get on these Adam Sandler kicks like once a year.
Like
where
to
I'm
me, it's like
I watched one last week.
which one?
The one with him and Jennifer Aniston on vacation.
oh, just go
50
with
First
it.
Dates.
no,
just go with
Jennifer
it.
Aniston.
Just go with it.
Just go with it.
That's my that's
Oh,
another.
I thought that was 50.
That's Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Just go with it is where he goes.
mixed up my blondes.
Don't pour over me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
that's
pour.
your-
over.
Pour
Yes.
over me. I'll bring my glass to
to
you. I love that.
And you know what?
Great
I
one.
have gone to dinner with Kaplan before
And he's
where
done
he
that.
did say that.
I'm
to
a big
the
movie
waiter.
quote guy. I do love movies and I love using
Yeah.
movie quotes, but the problem is if I'm not around people who also know movies or movie quotes that I like, then I just look like an idiot.
The Blades of Glory. when
But I'm
he's-
fine with looking like an
Blades of
idiot.
Glory. That
Like,
was
I've-
the best
I've-
one when he's like drunk. in
Yeah.
the
I
costume.
like
Oh
Don't
yeah.
mess with the
Come
Zohan.
on. Me in the woodland. We're just living in the here and now, baby.
I just puked in this costume.
Yeah. There's some really I'm a big
I just watched also the Zohan.
that's a great
You
one
don't,
as well.
you don't mess with this one.
Yeah, the
It's like
Zohan.
Scrappy Coco.
Scrappy Coco. I want to cut hair. I want to move to America and cut hair. I love
That's a
this.
great one. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
That's such a good movie. I love that movie. It's
What are
so
your
fun.
favorite Chicago movies? Like like movies that are like based in
The
Chicago.
Dark Knight.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, I saw that being filmed. It was cool.
They
I
filmed it by the
remember
Binnies.
when that was.
They had
being-
like Gotham
How
City
long ago was
police
that?
cars outside of DePaul.
When was-
I think
It
it
was
was
so cool.
2012
Yeah,
or
I saw it on so
2013.
many. No, it
no,
was later.
there was another one
Maybe-
while we were in school.
Why did they choose Chicago? to-
Oh, you're okay. That's the Batman movie with
Oh, Batman.
that was with the vampire guy. We say
I think they chose
You know
to
what I'm talking
film.
about?
They
What's his
probably
name?
chose to film
Edward.
They probably chose
Yes.
to film that movie in Chicago because Lori Lightfoot is a real life supervillain.
Dude, also
So,
like,
like-
the city is Gotham.
So like
It literally
they
is
chose.
It is Gotham City.
The
They-
Go- if you look at night, it's like literally Gotham. City.
Well, they filmed around the Thompson Center, which is now Google owns it,
Yeah.
I think. But that kind of with like the lighting and effects.
But no, I'm
And-
talking about like the Batman movie with the joke. Yeah, with the Joker.
Oh wait,
like,
a Batman movie with the Joker? That's shocking. I didn't
What's
know.
what's the guy's name? What was
I
it?
forgot.
What's his name?
The Riddler? The
Edward?
Rizzler?
Is it the
No.
one from
No.
the?
Christian? No. Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
Oh,
Is that who it was?
The guy and
Oh.
Heath Ledger, who was the Joker.
Yeah, Heath
that
Ledger
was
the
actually
Joker.
like completely.
That was method acting. He.
Yeah.
I don't know what
R.I.P.
other movies
Put a
are
smile
filmed
on
here.
that face.
Oh, there's a lot of movies
Like what
here.
else?
I would say Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris
Really?
Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Transformers. You're
I
right.
didn't know that.
Transformers.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, yeah.
Maybe I just haven't seen it in a long
Wait,
time.
you don't
I
know
don't know
Ferris? They literally the scene of them in the
I haven't seen
Sears
it.
Tower when they're all standing on the ledge.
Yeah, and it was filmed. A lot of it was in, not just in the city. Also, I think in the
Lake
suburbs,
Forest.
maybe or like Evanston or
Oh,
something.
might
I
have
don't
been
remember.
Evanston.
Don't quote me on this, but that's for sure a Chicago movie. And I would say that's like my when I think of like Chicago movies, I would say Ferris Bueller's
You don't
Day
think
Off.
of Transformers? I think
What
of
else is there?
Transformers.
Well, you think of Transformers because you think of Megan Fox.
If your first crush as a guy was not Megan Fox when she's sitting on the Camaro and the Linkin Park song is playing, you're not a real human. You're not a real man.
That was my first crutch.
Megan Fox.
No, I'm kidding. No, he's
I was like,
dead.
Oh, nice.
I was
nice.
like, yeah,
Serious.
Gordy's
Nice.
like, no, she's
Nice.
not physical. Oh, I'm surprised.
No,
maybe,
my
maybe.
first crush I think was
Well, you didn't answer about the-
Zayn from One Direction.
That's fine, but you didn't answer about the Chicago movie.
Yeah, you
I don't
never
know
did.
what else. I can't think of them.
Home Alone.
Home Alone's Chicago.
Oh, that one.
You think Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Oh, you're thinking of a classic, The Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers. Let's just pull it.
Pull it up.
I feel like there's a John
The
Candy
Home Alone
movie.
house doesn't look like it did in the movies, unfortunately.
No.
They like removed the. I think they had like a circle drive. I don't think they have that anymore.
There's a John Candy movie, like maybe Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that was filmed in Chicago. Or Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck might be filmed in Chicago.
About Last Night, Adventures in Babysitting, Backdraft, The Blues Brothers, Candyman, Chirac, Cooley. I mean, I've never heard of any of these. The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Eight Men Out. Good. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Boom. The Fugitive. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. I was thinking of that. It's a great one.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh
Me
my
either.
God, it's so good.
High Fidelity, Home Alone, Hoop Dreams, Medium Cool. I've heard of Medium Cool.
I don't know what that is.
My Best Friend's Wedding, Public Enemies.
Oh, I've seen My Best
Wait,
Friend's
Public
Wedding.
Enemies, isn't that with Harrison Ford?
I didn't know that was filmed
Wait, is
here.
Harrison Ford in
No,
every
he's
movie?
like a Chicago guy. Like, is it?
Running Scared, South Side with You, Thief, The Untouchables, While You Were Sleeping, Widows. That's it.
I like My Best Friend's Wedding.
I don't think I've ever seen
I definitely have seen that.
I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
that. I do not think that was...
No. I feel like that's not that many movies to be filmed here, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, those were just like probably the top 25. But,
Oh,
I
Wait,
mean,
wasn't the Joker filmed here too? Yeah, the Joker was filmed here. Like the newer one with
Wouldn't
No.
that have been listed?
yeah, that would have for surely been listed.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're wrong. But that is kind of interesting. But you got to remember also at the same time, it's a lot easier to film out probably in LA where the infrastructure is kind of like, I mean, Hollywood's made
LA infrastructure.
well, yeah, but for filming,
Yeah, they have the big studios.
Yeah,
and
they
all
have
that
big
stuff.
studios
Yeah.
out there. Just don't let your kids around them. Jeez.
Have you ever been to Universal?
Yeah, dude, the
Ever been to where?
Nickelodeon.
Universal?
In LA?
Yeah.
I've never been to LA, period.
Oh, it's very cool, the Universal.
I've
I
never-
don't think, sorry. I don't think I like LA. But,
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hey guys, sorry.
It's just
I
a
don't
little
think
too
I'm-
spread out for me. Not my
I've-
thing.
well,
Anyway,
LA's huge.
regardless, Universal was cool because then they like bring you to like the movie sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's
I
it's
hate
cool.
all that
It's cool
stuff.
to see in real life.
Yeah, I'm sure. I actually would like that. I mean, I would. It just like I said, just don't leave your kids unattended. Now, because now it's like all these studios. The more that's coming out about these kids being in like show
Yeah, the
business.
Nickelodeon documentary. It's like literally if you.
Yeah, and there's
like,
something-
they touched every kid
I
who's
Love You,
on
Drake Bell.
on all the shows.
Yeah, and now there's like stuff coming out about, and I don't know if it's like,
But that's Hollywood though. That's always been.
I don't know if
Hollywood.
it's like,
There's some weird stuff going on over there.
yeah, there's some. weird stuff
I don't want to
going
know
on.
what it is, so I'm gonna just stay out here in the
Yeah.
Midwest or the East Coast, for sure.
It's like, what's it called? Blissfully ignorant.
Yes.
Just be kind of like, all right, well, I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna
But
stay
now
on
at
this
this point,
side.
now it's like like it's very public information.
well,
Yes.
not all the documentaries and all that stuff.
What else is new, guys? What else is the? Oh, okay. I have a good question. It's a little bit more serious, maybe.
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
okay. It was like a nervous laugh. So we have the election in like 50 days, right? How
I think like 50 days. Yeah, that's
in like
probably-
50 days.
What election?
Yeah. Wait, what's happening?
And we're not going to get
Student
into
council?
it. We're not going to get into it in like our, that way. But I have a question. Do you think that the real estate market is going to kind of change with that coming into play?
Yeah, I think that the real estate market historically always kind of has a little bit of a fluctuation around the market. My guess is that it's like anything. Anytime there's like big changes, like when there's fear in the market, and there's inevitably going to be fear no matter who you are, because you have your person that you want to get in, and with how contentious this election is, 50% of people think that if one person gets elected, the world's going to explode, and the other 50% think the same thing about the other candidate. So inevitably, that's going to cause people to be like, maybe I'm not going to make like a huge decision right now.
Yeah, I
as
feel like
to,
people like hold on to their assets.
Oh, yeah.
and then the election happens, and the world doesn't explode, and people wake up the next day and put their pants on one leg at a time and go to work, and you do that for like 4 weeks, and then it's like, okay, all right, back to normal.
Yeah.
Like my life hasn't changed that much.
Well, it's the same thing with like after the first of the year, people are like, oh, gotta
Gym.
get back on the market, gotta start. Oh,
Yeah. You gotta get. Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
like
like oh,
New
gotta
Year's
get back on the market.
resolutions.
So, I mean, yeah, it will have an effect, but again, this is where I go back to I always tell when I talk to my clients about this, because that actually has been a pretty common question about the election affecting the market.
I got that question this week too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty common question, especially with how contentious this election is. But I mean, by and large, like I tend to really just tune all that out. Tune out the drama. I ain't with the drama. What do you think?
All right.
Yeah, I think
so
the same.
too.
Pretty much the same.
I feel like for a while it might be like pretty dead. I mean, like that's just like what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, it always
Because I feel
dies
like
down
people
now.
don't know what to do. They're just like holding on to everything that they have.
Sorry, I'm coughing. I have like a tickle in my throat,
Yeah, you're
guys.
fired.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
disgusting.
You're
It's
fired.
I feel like I'm in like a nursing home. You know when you walk in a nursing home and everybody's just like hacking up a lung.
like, where's the fruit cup?
Yeah. Just like, hey, Toots, come here. That's how I feel.
It's already slowing down a lot anyways, so the election will slow it down even more. And with the new lawsuit in play, I think people are just kind of at a standstill.
Yeah,
Where they want to be, what direction do they go in, and like where will things go from here? So I think you'll really see a lot of change more so towards next spring when everybody.
Well, we'll see what the changes are too after that
Yeah.
election too,
And
because there's going to be some, depending on.
Oh yeah, the
who's
world.
put
The
in
world is
office.
ending.
The world is ending.
The world is ended. This is the last episode of the recap.
But it's like everything. I mean, history always kind of tends to work in cycles and repeat itself. And I don't know. I always like when there's fear in the market. That's the best time to buy, in my opinion. Because when everybody looks left, that's when you look right. That's the only time you can really, like, think about it logically. Like, when everybody was saying, if everybody's telling you to buy Apple stock, and
I hate that stuff.
Apple stock is worth nothing, you're going to be like, well, why would I buy Apple stock? They have not proven anything. It's speculative, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden you make a bunch of money. And then all of a sudden Apple stock's worth, I don't even check the stock market because I'm not very big in it, but it's worth however much it is now. And everybody's like, Apple stock, buy Apple stock. It's like, yes, and you could still make money that way long term. But if you're looking to speculate a little bit and play a little risky, which, I always recommend, especially when you're young, that's when you play the most risky. Maybe right around when everybody's fearful, holding on to their pockets, that's when you strike like a shark in Shark Week.
Shark Week.
That's my thoughts on that.
I like that. And I never really thought about that.
It's a good way to approach.
Yeah.
Well, if you're buying real estate, I mean,
and
you have to be willing to take a risk. Like, if you're buying real estate going in, like, I got to play it as safe as possible, I can't take any risks, then you're in the wrong industry.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't even invest then.
Yeah.
Because if you just want to play it safe, then it's not for you. Because you have to take risks to
Every
make
investment
money.
is a risk.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen. You can't control the
nobody
market. You can't control outcomes. Control what you can control and let everything else play out.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter what, you need a place to live.
So smart.
You are just
Sometimes
so wise.
I throw out,
bangers, sneaky bangers. But I mean, at the end of the day, everybody needs a place. Everybody needs a place to live.
Yes.
So like, it's really less of a matter of like what you're gonna do for that.
True.
Like what your decision's gonna be of buying. It's more so gonna be like, am I gonna buy or am I gonna continue to rent?
Correct.
Because you have to do one or the other, unless you're like living at home. But like most people are either owning a home or rent it. So you just determine like, is this now going to be the time to buy, or is this going to be the time to continue?
Renting a home has become a lot more popular recently.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
really popular, and I didn't realize it. And it's kind of interesting to think about, but I just personally like, I'd rather just buy a home. I mean, it's just renting a home is just a lot. But I get it if you have a young family, it's hard to buy a home for first-time home buyers, so I understand.
I read a statistic, like the amount of people, like high income earners, people earning over 100,000 or whatever that threshold would be, like the amount of people that are renting in that bracket has gone up like crazy these last few years. Because they don't want to be tied down. They don't feel like it's worth it to pay all the expenditures that come with owning.
But I think that's the new generation that's supposed to buy. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to have to be tied down to this investment for 30 years.
They don't want to be tied down to houses. They don't want to be tied down to spouses. They don't want to be tied down to anything nowadays. It seems like everybody's just,
nobody can commit
to
anything.
There's a saying that I won't say on this podcast, but it's, if it blanks or blanks, you rent it. And so I'll let you guys fill in the blank about what those three are. And if you really want to know what it is, I can't even say it because I don't want to say it on this podcast. But if you're interested in hearing it, just shoot me a DM and I'll let you know.
I want to hear it right now.
I'm not saying
Okay, tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay, cool.
I don't even know what you're about to say.
I don't know either. either.
That was kind of...
Then
But anyway.
I don't want to say it on the podcast.
Okay, don't say it on the podcast. But I'm trying to think about any other current events kind of happening.
Market rates.
You know what one that we forgot? Did we forget? I don't know.
We forgot.
We've talked about it already, so I feel like I don't know if the cameras were rolling yet. But football tomorrow.
Yeah, Gordy's pumped.
Woo!
Yeah. Sasha's like, yeah, go
Let's
team.
go.
She's more worried about Little Lies and The Bachelorette.
Tell Me
crazy.
Lies.
Oh, another reality show that I saw that was just completely egregious. Like,
If you say Love Island, you're fired.
no, I mean, that's egregious, but it's called Acapulco Shores.
Never heard of it.
It's like the Spanish
I've
version.
never heard of
It's the
that.
Spanish version of Jersey Shore, and they film it in like Mexico or
That's
Colombia or something, and they all speak Spanish. It's all subtitles for me. So watching it with my friend this weekend, just briefly. It is the raunchy. I mean, you're pretty much watching a porno. Like it is.
Seriously?
Oh my gosh, it is on. It is
That's
insane.
good TV. That's good TV.
No, it is not.
No.
Good
Oh,
TV.
you know what's another thing?
I was uncomfortable.
Everyone just has a podcast nowadays,
Yeah,
Us.
including us.
including the Hawk Tua girl.
I know.
You know what? Genius girl.
She's got a
am
lot
a
of
fan. If she has one fan, it's me.
She's got a lot of staying power.
She's fighting.
She's got the
fighting
best
to stay above
personality
water.
ever.
I would like. She seems like a super fun chick. Like just to like
Yes,
talk
like I
to.
want to hang out with her. Can
Yeah.
she come on the pod?
Yeah.
Hey, can we come
hey.
on your
You start
pod?
doing like a
Hawk Tua
show,
girl.
then movies, and then you're gonna be like-
Movies. She can't. You think?
and all of a sudden you're gonna go back and be like, this was the Hawk Tua girl.
I love the name of the podcast too.
What is
Talk
it?
Tua.
Talk Tua. I mean, like, dude, this is just brilliant. I have to
Brilliant.
say,
Is it brilliant?
Yes.
I don't know.
Gordy, it's
She
pretty
just
brilliant.
also gives no. She doesn't give a shit
Yeah,
at all.
she's done.
She's just like, yeah, I know people are hating on me, but I'm gonna keep going, and she's doing it so well.
I respect that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get that bag, sis.
Get that bag.
Get that
Yeah.
bag.
I feel like
sis.
that's
Respect
the
it.
new thing now. It's like people are like, oh, I don't want to work a normal job. I'm gonna try to become famous in
Okay,
any
well,
sort of
she
way
didn't try to. It
Yeah.
happened.
Well, it's not even
Well,
just
no,
becoming.
not trying, but like you know.
It's not even just becoming famous
viral.
though. It's called the gig economy. That's what the term is. But like kids nowadays, you ask them like, you know, what jobs they want to go into. It's no longer, you know, I'm going to be, and there are
doctor.
some, but yeah, doctors, lawyers, the traditional like stable, good jobs that you work and then you retire, you get your Rolex and pension and, you know, drive
Yeah.
off into the sunset with your, you know, American dream. Kids nowadays, it's like,
I want to be an influencer.
I want to be an influencer. I want to be a streamer. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be business. Like they don't. The American dream, in my opinion, is still alive. It's just different. It's not the American dream. I feel like if you were to ask our parents, would be maybe not even our parents, maybe more so like our grandparents too. It's like, you know, you raise your family, you have the three bed, two bath house with your
Yep.
2 kids and the 1 car, and it's like you just live happily ever after. That's not like a really.
I don't know. I think it's the American dream is very. I don't know what it is anymore, kind of thing. Because I feel like it's so in our faces, like this crazy over dramatic wealth from all these influencers. Like, no, a lot of influencers like get famous because of how cool their life is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they have the money to do it already. Like, for example, like Alex Earl, her parents are like from a mansion with a farm. They have animals. Like, they're loaded.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be probably that famous had she been, you know, taking videos of like cleaning cow poop or something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
she's like on yachts and whatever,
Yeah.
like that stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
like the- it's
I
like the
don't know
TikTok
if
culture.
the American dream is that.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Maybe
I mean,
it isn't.
I think it is maybe I feel like people are just never. I feel like ideally it is, but I feel like now people are just never satisfied.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
becoming a problem. It's becoming like a real
Well,
issue.
because like think about when
Because
you
we're
get
so brainwashed.
well, think about like when you get famous at like 15 or 16 off of like TikTok or whatever, and you make all this money by 20. It's like, well, what do you do now?
yeah,
you have
you've
all this
achieved
money,
so much.
You've
quickly.
already achieved everything you wanted to. That most people it would take them 50 plus years
That's
to
why,
do.
man. You gotta enjoy the simple
Live.
things. You gotta enjoy the simple things.
That's why it's like you look at a lot of these younger people. They're just like, well, what do I do now? I have millions of dollars. I have the house I want. I've given my parents everything they've needed. I don't need to work. So what do I do?
That sounds fantastic.
It does sound fantastic.
It does.
Just take me to Europe for a couple
It
months.
sounds good, but there's like a dark side to it where it's like
I'm
you're not
sure there
fulfilled.
is.
You're not fulfilled over it.
Yeah, but that's like if there's other. You're rich in, like like you're rich in other things. Like you need to be rich in other things in life.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
But yeah, I don't know. I think that you're probably right.
I
Maybe
think
that's
social
not like,
media misconstrued the entire idea of the American dream.
Oh, that's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, the American dream to me, just at the crux of it, is just it's not about home. Like I think it's changed and whatever, but I don't think it's about owning a home. I don't think it's about any one thing in particular. I think it's about having opportunities and having the opportunity and the freedom to do what you want to do with your life.
100%.
That's the biggest thing that it comes down to. But unfortunately, I think we've kind of, as a society, shifted less towards like, you don't need to be the guy. I mean, it's like the haves and the have-nots now.
Yep.
It's like you're either a rich gajillionaire, who's handsome and, or pretty, whatever, or you're a bum. There's no like middle ground anymore. So everybody's expectations of what people should be are outrageous. Like
there are videos. This is also probably like infiltrating my head too. But like I'll see videos online. Like a guy will walk up to random people. Like this is probably like whatever. I'm just gonna say it anyway. Like he'll walk up to like women in the street and be like, "So would you marry a guy if he makes $250,000 a year?" And they're like, "No, that's too little." I'm like,
there's no.
Are you crazy?
But I see those, and I also think that
insane.
they're.
It's like a get set up.
Those are like they gotta be like clickbaity.
But they definitely have.
fair.
I feel like a lot of people have no concept of like how much money is everyone's a lot and a little is different. But like, also like.
I know.
It's
crazy.
it's
well, if you're going up
ludicrous.
to like girls in like a big city or like LA or something, you say, "Oh, would you marry a guy making $250,000 a year?" They're obviously going to say no because the culture they're in is like, you get big, you get famous. Like
But
that is a big thing.
That's crazy.
I
sorry.
agree, but
Yeah.
everybody's like. That's why.
I mean, I want my kids to be the Costco.
That's why I said. That's why I said before this episode. I said I'm getting real close to just picking up, leaving the big city, moving out to a farm.
Wouldn't you rather? I would want my kids to be
living
Big
in
Justice or the Rizzler.
Yeah, that's gonna be Gordy. Gordy's gonna be the guy that.
I'm AJ. I'm literally AJ.
Gordy is gonna be AJ.
Oh, can we all agree though? Like I know there was Big Justice 8, but really AJ's the problem. He's the worst. Big
Sasha,
Justice
I don't
is
think
great.
Sasha has any clue what we're talking about.
Big Justice is great.
I've seen these people, but
AJ's the worst.
no,
he just
I don't
gets
think
in there.
anybody else is that invested
No.
in them, except for
There's
you
gonna be
guys.
people who know what we're talking about.
Bro,
Gordy-
there's people who know like more, like way more than us, like way more, like the depths.
All
of
you
it.
need to know is that I'm Team Rizzler and Gordy's Team
Big Justice, not AJ.
I kind of like Big Justice. I think.
Thank you.
Because he's the bigger kid that goes to the store with him.
Yeah.
I like him. And
We
he
bring
like
the
talks
boom.
about the.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, he's cute.
I like the Rizzler, but Big Justice dominated him in a snack draft. It was like he got all the first round picks, and the Rizzler was taking like back end like fourth rounders. It was crazy.
This is insane.
Yeah, I think this is
Oh my
this is
God.
time.
You
want to
talk about the culture like that? That is the new culture.
That's going to be us. We're going to start doing that. We're going to start going to Costco and reviewing items. Maybe
Yeah.
that's our chance to get big.
Oh, there we go.
So-
Okay, well, you know what? I think it is time to wrap it up. But that was
Absolutely.
just a little good feeler of
Good
what's
combo.
going on right now. But if there's any other things that you'd like us to talk about,
Yeah,
let us
man,
know because
let us
we're taking suggestions. Our
Yeah.
creativity level on the three of us,
Well-
there's a max for us.
I'll throw it out there. We did gloss over football being back because we had to keep talking about these stupid shows that Sasha likes.
We'll talk about football next week.
It's fine.
Anyway, we'll see. I had made a prediction on how the Bears are going
That
to do
was
this year,
horrible.
and I bet Gordy that if I win, I get his commission for a month. So,
I love that.
and he shook on it. So,
Well, sucks for Sasha. This is my last day. So
Sorry for
See ya.
Sasha.
I said that-
Gordy was crossing his fingers.
no, he wasn't.
I'm kidding.
I said that the Bears will make it to the first playoff game but lose.
Okay. Well, we'll see if that remains to be true. I think that could. I mean, I hope not. Hopefully they make it to the
if
Super
they
Bowl.
do, I'm gonna do.
This is
bad.
very realistic.
I'm gonna do seriously bad things.
And on that note,
Yeah.
as
You're done,
always,
you're done.
guys, we love you.
love
Love ya.